Yo, what up, my little tubers? We're back for some more drafting here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment below. Let's jump into our Brothers War draft. We opened a Mechanized Warfare. Pretty solid red rare, as well as a Maze Mind Tome. Fantastic retro. Safest pick is definitely just the Maze Mind Tome. It's a little bit slow, but damn does it get you a lot of value. Other good cards in this pack include the Spotter Thopter. Fantastic prototype, one of the best. Stern Lesson is quite good. Airlift Chaplain's pretty nice. Definitely think we have to go with one of the rares here, and I think Mechanized Warfare is a better card than Maze Mind Tome. Maybe we can just like force some mono red deck. As much as I'm avoiding all of the red-black lately, we still keep drafting a ton of red, though that's not really an issue. Let's see if we can do a mono red deck of sorts. This should be pretty fun. I was drafting right before this, and I did go 0-3 with mono red. But that doesn't mean it's not good. Blame the draws. Second pick, we have like a Hulking Metamorph, pretty good. Remember, the Mechanized Warfare works with artifacts as well as red creatures, so you don't just have to be mono red, of course, although this is ideal for mono red. In fact, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to force the mono red, and you might not like this, but I'm going to second pick the Goblin Blast Runner. You shouldn't do this, for the record. You shouldn't force a color. Obviously, you should stay open, you know, draft what's readily available. But I want to try a little bit of mono red. I think mono red is really, really good in the format. And yeah, we will just continue our Goblin Blast Runner ways. So black obviously gives you a ton of the sacrifice effects in the format. One of them being here already, the Thraxodemon. But in red, you still get access to a bunch of the artifacts that sacrifice themselves. You get access to things like, what's it called? The Bitter Reunions. You still can get Evolving Wilds, that type of thing. So even though I think this is at its best in red-black, it is still very good in mono-red. Plus, these are kind of like tutus if I have the Warfare on the battlefield, so furthermore, I just think Goblin Blast Runner is legitimately a good one-drop in this format. Obviously, you have to draft kind of around it or have enough synergy with it, but this card does a surprising amount of work. Speaking of, here we go. Pick 4, we have ourselves that Bitter Reunion as well as an Elsewhere Flask. These basically do the same exact thing in this deck as far as sacrificing for the Blast Runners, but this one is free. You don't have to invest mana to sacrifice it, so there's upside there. But this one draws more cards. Yes, you have to discard a card, but being able to mitigate some amount of flood in mono red is also extremely important, of course. If Bitter Reunion wasn't here, I would actually consider taking the Scrapwork Cohort as well. Even if you're mono red, this is just a very good card, especially with the Warfare. Yeah, I think we just got to go with the Bitter, though. Cut off the red signal as well as we can. Cry a little bit about this pack, which has 0 red cards and 0 artifacts that we want to take. I'm still trying to force red here, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking the Depth Charge Colossus, obviously. Firebomb is way too slow for the mono red deck. What's the best card here? Maybe Epic Confrontation? We could do a little bit of splashing, I suppose. Unlikely. I'm still trying to force mono red, but this is probably the best card in the pack, so we'll just take that, put it in the board for now. Ooh. Okay, that's not a very good sign. Now, I do think Yojin Frontliner is okay, though obviously you need white for this, but I will take it. I do think it's playable in the mono red deck, and mono red often does get access to ways to splash anyways, right? Chromatic stars, what else? Energy refractors, that type of thing. So that still has utility in the deck. All right, well, bad news. We're getting pretty cut off of red. We are seeing a lot of blue cards as well, though, by the way. And actually some number of white cards. All right, gonna take the Might Stones animation here over Stern Lesson, I think. Evolving Wilds, that's perfect. That is perfect. Double Blast Runner means, you know, Evolving Wilds does have some utility. I don't like this in monocolored decks, don't get me wrong, but if we end up with 2+ Blast Runners, which presumably we will because we already have 2, you know, it's going to work out. Supply Drop, another surprisingly okay card. 3-mana combat trick, right? But then it also has that sacrifice, so I've come around to Supply Drop as like a 1 or 2 of in my decks. Combat Courier, similar to the Frontliner, also just very, very runnable and another way to turn on the Goblin Blast Runners. Even if you can't unearth this one, still think it's solid enough. Lots of Stern Lesson going around. Infantry, okay, so feel like probably there just wasn't, or rather there weren't too many red cards opened in the latter, or the later stages of this first pack, so I think we've cut it off pretty well. That's a late sprite. And we should get rewarded. What I might try to do is do like a little series of forcing monocolors. Because I think all of the colors are solid enough. As their individual pieces. Well, I'm not going to pass a Saheeli. Funny thing is, so until a couple days ago on stream, I had never gotten a Planeswalker. And then I opened 2 Saheelis in the same day, and we both went, they both went 7 wins, because, yeah, it was great. So this is the 3rd Saheeli now that I've opened. I still have never opened a, what is it, Wormcoil Engine or Teferi, and I believe I'm like 90 drafts into the format now. Let me double check. Obviously, we're taking this card. I mean, we're already playing very heavy red. We have the Combat Courier. I took the Machine Over Matter and the Mightstone's animation, so this is actually just a perfect start to a red-blue deck anyways. Passing a Bauble here would be my next choice.
Win or lose,
Urza?
it'll be a thrilling fight.
Oh no. I want to take that because in addition to never still having a Teferi or a Wormcoil, I've also never melded in the format, and I've never seen a meld. The problem with Urza is that you need the Mightstone Weakstone, and that card everybody takes. Whereas if you have the Weakstone Mightstone, and you, like, nobody wants Urza because it's a 3-mana 2/4 that really doesn't matter. I guess we'll just play it safe here and take like the Combat Courier, Springleaf Drum or something, but if you want to do that. Anyways, no, I'm pushing 100 drafts. This is draft number 96 of the format, so it took me, yeah, it took me a long time to open Saheeli, and then once I did, well, this is our 3rd one now. And then, yeah, still no Teferi or, geez, we were getting hooked up. Still no Teferi or Wormcoil. Okay, well, we're just going to build a nasty red-blue deck. I feel bad. I feel like, I mean, if it's good, it's good, but I feel like the last week or so, it's been nothing but red-blue. We've kind of transitioned from the format. It's been like all red-black, well, a lot of red-black into a lot of red-blue, and then at the very beginning of the format was where I did all of the, like, blue-green ramp decks, which have really fallen off. Anyways, what are we taking here? Hurkle versus Cindermaw. Both are very good. My only concern about Hurkle is the double blue. But the upside here is just way too strong. The downside, well, dang it, now we're getting another Cindermaw and a Mutt. So every time I take a blue creature, my Mechanized Warfare gets a little bit sad, but it's still going to be good in this deck. You know what? Gosh, I kind of wish I had taken the Cindermaw and just gone, like, effectively mono-red splashing Saheeli. Cindermaw and a Mutt here are just so gross, though. Oh, gosh. The 2-drop is so, it's like Mutt is so good. But I need to cut off the red signal. There's nothing here for me. Philology Archaeologist is pretty bad in red-blue in my experience. The Burnished Heart can sacrifice for Goblin Blast Runners, but this is not a very good card. It's just too slow in the format. And then Raise the Ground is completely replaceable filler. I'll take the Heart, but I don't actually expect to end up running it at the end. Another Bitter Reunion here, Stern Lesson here, Rock Hunter. plenty of good choices. After moving into blue, it actually makes a lot of sense to take Refractor. Reason being is this triggers Hurkle. This is good for the animation, Mightstone's animation. It's also good for Saheeli. More importantly, it's a 2-drop. Makes another pretty bad pack here. If I don't end up with enough early game plays, I guess Scatter Ray could be playable. Booties over nothing, though again, I don't expect to play this. Oh, maybe. It's not bad with what we currently have going on. It's a pretty late Boulder Branch. Golem, Scrapsmith over nothing, though again, I don't know if I'm going to end up playing this. Wield an Infantry. That's fine with Mechanized. Cure rate's okay. Filler. I passed a Combat Courier earlier in this pack. My Blast Runners are getting kind of awkward now that I've started taking all the blue cards, but again, Saheeli made this super awkward. We would have had a really good mono red start too. Or mono red splash Saheeli. I took the freaking Hurkle over Cindermaw 2. God, I hate drafting the same thing over and over again, and I feel like I have... I mean, I guess maybe yesterday's... Not the last few videos I've been branching out. Maybe, I think yesterday's video was green-black, or maybe the day before was green-black. I don't know. I think Magic players get into these tendencies, right? We tend to latch on to certain things, and then we continue to do those things. We're super biased. So I have a bias for red-blue stuff like this. Man, this would have been the third Cindermaw. Alright, pack 3. What do we got? Scrap Trawler, pretty solid. Not in this deck, but it's a good value card. Obviously, the Cindermaw was very good. There's a Mutt here as well. I think I might actually go with the first Mutt over the second Cindermaw. It's just too important to get these 2-drops, of which we don't have actually any 2-drop creatures right now, so I think that makes a lot of sense. Also digs us to our big bombs. Oh my lord, speaking of big bombs. We have just been passed a pack with 6 cards that are very good for us. Mishra, which we could very easily splash. We already have Springleaf Drum, the Energy Refractor, and the Evolving Wilds. We have a Precursor Golem here. Crazy, crazy artifact creature. Zephyr Sentinel, fantastic 2-drop. Strongbow, another Animation, Courier, and another Refractor. So, we take the Precursor Golem here for sure. Like, this is... So there's an uncommon missing, and Precursor Golem goes into every deck. I think people sometimes get scared of this card because if your opponent has a removal spell, it will kill all 3 golems, but it's 5 mana for 9 power, split over 3 bodies. Like, the games that you win because you play a Precursor Golem are far, far more than the games that you're going to lose because your opponent has something like a Excavation Explosion to immediately get like 3 Power Stones or whatever, you know? Nice pickup here of the Chromatic Star. I will say this is a really good Hurkle deck. We're low on creatures, which means we have a lot of non-creatures to trigger. So like the Springleaf Drum, the Energy Refractor, the Supply Drop, they go dig for like Precursor or any of our other artifact creatures. Funny enough, Animation and Warfare can go find one another. Same thing with Bitter. It goes and finds all the other enchantments. Perilous Vault. That is generally not a card I like running in these style of decks. For us here, we probably just end up taking the Wing Commando, I would think. Passing Involuntary Cooldown's fine. Need a few more creatures, but we are looking okay. Not much going on here. How many sacrifice to effects do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Combat Couriers repeatable. Yeah, these Goblin Blast Runners aren't great, but I think what I like doing here is just taking Mine Worker as a 2-drop creature. That's also an artifact. It's going to be more filler in our deck than anything else, but I need some more playables here. Stern Lesson or the Blitz Automaton. I already have 5 3-drop creatures. Oh, there's also an Energy Refractor here. Didn't notice. I guess we could take that too. Okay, I think I kind of like taking this Energy Refractor and hoping that I actually wheel that other Mightstones animation we passed. Oh, Weakstone Subjugation's a good pickup. We didn't have any of those removal spells. And again, this is another enchantment trigger. Another Bitter Reunion. Nope, but we need to take the animation. Nice. That's what we were looking for. In fact, there might be another one coming back around, I believe. This would be 16 lands right now. Yeah, we're good with this. Whirling Strike, a solid trick. Might run that over like Curate. There, perfect. Third animation came back around. Let's double check our early artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah, triple animation is sweet. I might even run like another supply drop maybe. The supply drop's a lot better when you have more early game plays, which we don't really have, but there are also extra sacrifice effects for the blast runners. I mean, I guess Finalizing does dig for Saheeli. Okay. Well, got a little bit train wrecked because of the Saheeli open, but can you even call that a train wreck? Wanted to go mono red for the mechanized warfare, but then I fell into my old blue-red ways. Like I said, I think from here on out, we'll be trying to do different things. He says as he drafts red-blue, but I would like to explore some of the other archetypes for the YouTube videos, even if it means forcing things I don't necessarily want to do. All right, what can we cut here? I need to make at least 3 cuts. Curate's safe to cut. I think if we're going to run all 3 animations, I don't want to cut any of our cheap artifacts, but maybe it's possible to cut 1 animation. And maybe 1... If I cut an animation, I can probably cut supply drop. So curate, supply drop, and an animation. 16 lands. And then we're going to go 8, 7... and wilds. I think that looks okay. Let's double check our mechanized warfare. So precursor golem artifacts. This makes artifact creatures, right? Of course, because you have to enchant an artifact. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 creatures with the warfare. That should be plenty. Well, it's even more than that, but because Saheeli makes multiple, Precursor makes multiple, Infantry can make another afterwards. Okay, I dig it. This looks like another pretty good red-blue deck. I've had a lot of good red-blue decks. We'll see if this one gets us some wins. Off to round 1 with the Saheeli. Red-blue nums, red-black nums. On the play here. Decent looking hand. Remember, we don't have many 1 or 2 drop creatures, so this is more expected, but that's nice. Okay, well, I was going to lead on Bitter Reunion here, but since we drew one of our animations, we have to go with Refractor here, because we have a 3-drop creature already, so turn 2 Refractor, turn 3 Infantry, turn 4 animation. Looks fantastic. Ooh, you know what I could do? We drew Hercule, so there is a little bit of merit in actually waiting to play out the animation now. Because next turn I can play Hercule, and then the turn after I can animate the refractor for value. Potentially dig a little bit deeper. Kind of like that play. Because if I animate the refractor this turn, and then they have a good reason to disenchant my refractor, right? So let's get the Hercule online right now. Then we can go for the animation and start going for value. Because while we do have 2 of our enchantments in our hand, we have, what, 2 more in the deck at least? No, 3 more. We have the Warfare, the Subjugation, and another animation. Alright, well, that takes care of that plan, but turns out if I'd used animation on the refractor, they would have just bolted my animation anyways, so. Easy trade since they have the Paratrooper and their 1 land off of activating. Please don't have a disenchant. Okay, good. Another Paratrooper, maybe? No. Oh, they have something. That's pretty bad. Okay. Well, I'm guessing they have like a, what is it? Maybe not. Alright, Bitter Reunion, save me. I got too many lands here. You know, sometimes you're just not meant to win. That feels really, really crappy. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands we've seen already. Okay. It's fine. They're gonna hit me for what, 5 maybe? Oh, maybe they don't attack with their ground creature. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sure. Well, I lose if I draw another land. Do I attack for 2 in the air? I don't think I do. They can give their Avenger flying, though, and put me on a 2-turn clock. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Oh, man. That double land off the Bitter Reunion when I was already flooding, just... so brutal. Oh, Chaplain can hit Chaplain now, too. Well, if they play out their Chaplain, at least they're not attacking with their Avenger, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take 4. That's a good draw. They left back their Avenger, though. Well, I say good. It's actually not that good.
I'll have this fight over in a flash.
Since we're already losing here.
Look how my art hums with life.
Okay, so it seems like they were just leaving back their Avenger activated ability since they didn't do anything with that 3 open mana. We're at 11 lands seen now. Okay. 11 of 16 lands in under half of our deck. Slightly unfortunate, but... The nice thing about Planeswalkers, they often make your opponents do bad things. Rather, not bad things, but things that favor you as the person with the planeswalker. If that makes sense. Automaton, Sigil, and a land. Actually, Sigil's really annoying here, too. Oh, they didn't take it. Okay. They can hit Sigil with this, can't they? No, planes or creature. I'm stupid. That's bad. So are they saying they have a Whirling Strike in their hand? It must be a Whirling Strike. 2, 3. So I think what I'm supposed to do here, even though this sucks, is 4/4 here. And then both of these here. And that way, if it is Whirling Strike, I don't quite die. And they can't save both of their creatures. So I'm going to go to, let's see, 9 minus... I'm going to go to 2 if it is Whirling Strike. And then I'm going to need to top deck something spicy. Yep. As expected. Getting the Avenger off the battlefield, though, is really, really nice. Now, they still have 3 flyers with a paratrooper among them, but it doesn't matter what they give this. I'm actually pretty surprised they saved their Philagi instead of their Vanguard or their Avenger. That doesn't matter, right? Flying, Vigilance... What? I think they meant to do that before damage. Okay. Mine Worker, huh? Let's play out the Mine Worker. Let's uptick, tap the Mine Worker, and draw a card. Oh, that's not bad. We can animate one of our flyers. Supply Drop was a surprisingly good hit, too. Okay. Maybe there's a chance of stabilizing here. Of course. Well, good news. Supply Drop saves it. But they can attack into it now with their flyers if they want to. And the Philagi can still obviously attack, but... Oh, they didn't attack! Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let's tap our 1/1 here. We'll keep Chromatic Star on some free roll.
I know exactly what the metal wants to be.
Well, I guess that's the same thing as bottoming it. This is actually going okay now. I mean, if I get 2 more turns with Saheeli, the ultimate's also gonna win. Ultimate being my artifact creatures get +1/+1. So end of turn, we get to gain a life. We also get to sack the Supply Drop to draw a card. Are we gonna turn this around? Saheeli doing Saheeli things? Okay, this time they're attacking the Saheeli. Let's block with the Courier. Sack and draw. Oh, yes! Okay, wait, do we have lethal now? No, not this turn, but damn, we have a lot of damage. Like, if I just make 2 more Thopters... This is a lot of damage. Let's lead off with the Refractor to cycle, see what we hit. Ooh, that turns off our life gain as well, notably. But yeah. Actually, shoot, we might have lethal here.
Masterpieces is hard.
I think we do. Who needs to do math when you can just attack all? They can only block 4 creatures, so they can't block the Blast Runner that immediately gets in for 4 damage. Cindermaw tramples, that gets in for at least 4 damage, right? Maybe 3, I guess, if they put a 2 toughness on it, but then they're not blocking another one of our random threats. What a spicy turn. If they do live, I've kind of doomed myself, but I'm pretty sure this is lethal. They say math is for blockers. And I'm definitely living by that. Okay. Don't do that at home, kids. If this were some serious event, I would have would have done the math a little bit better. Yeah, I didn't put them on having anything in their hand though, so. GG's. Warfare wins. Saheeli wins. Go to our game number 2. On the play. Hand looks good. And looks real good. Just needs to find a Saheeli. How hard could that be, you know? I think I like going for bitter here, discarding one of our mountains now. Solid. Green, black, so they're gonna have a lot of good recursion generally. I do not mind trading my goblin for that harvester, and they might not mind that trade either. But getting that thing off the battlefield means our Cindermaw is that much more potent. And I don't have to use subjugation on their 2-drop. Sure. That's a-okay by me. Go ahead and smack in for 4. Play out the infantry and the courier. Could have also held the courier to discard the mutt, but I assume we'll draw another land at some point. We don't need a 5th land, so. Gigamole. Milled 3 lands. 3 planes at that. Yeah, I kind of like pressuring now. Let's go ahead and turn off the mole. And I'll go ahead and attack with all here. They'll block the infantry, they'll take 5. Let's try to keep the pressure on. It's fine. So I guess they're probably going to play out their harvester afterwards. Yep. Ooh, that's a decent draw. Put that on the 1/1. I don't love trading the Cindermaw for their Harvester, but they take 3 trample there. So with the Reunion next turn, we have a lot of surprising damage. The one bad thing about losing Cindermaw is that they can now once again gain life, potentially. Oh, I guess they can eat my Combat Courier here with their Harvester, so I can put them to 1 next turn. Because they will eat the combat. Sure, sure. Well, a lot of things win the game here. Although that is not one of them. Oh, that is also not one of them. Okay, hold up. They might not be dead. That doesn't do it. I am 1 mana short. 1 card too late. Yeah, they definitely have a chance to stabilize. Look at that! Immediately back up to 6. You're fine. Ooh, that's not good for them. So they'll block the infantry, they'll take 3. I'll get a 1/1 token. It's a close game. My creatures are small, but they're at 7 mana now, so if they have like another golem, go back up to 9. Or like another weld, get back their golem, go back up to 6. Get a 1/1 and a 3/3. Ooh. Come on. So many things win. But that's not one of them. That is one of them. Alright, there we go. Fighting down a Bitter Reunion is always so scary. Because at any second, especially in those positions for the opponent, they're just like, I'm living on borrowed time. Good start, good start. And 2-0. On to game 3. On the play. Oof. If this had 1 island in it, it would be a pretty good keep, I think. A little too risky. Oh, that's right, we have a Precursor Golem in this deck, too. Well, guess we're going down. So let's put away the supply drop for sure. Man, the Springleaf Drum is actually tempting here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go like this. Not a great mulligan, but obviously going to 5 reduces your odds of winning dramatically. We're gonna need to draw some of our boom booms. Okay, that's solid. If we draw land next turn, we can discard it to the Mutt, since the Mutt adds mana with Drum. Nice. It's not even like we want a 3rd island here anyways. Okay. That's actually not bad. That is a plan. Wow. I'm actually kind of surprised they did that, but I guess when I'm on a mulligan to 5, doing that's not too shabby. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, animation to animation is a good game plan. Ooh, I like that. If they take a turn off just to dig, and they don't find something? Yeah, this is great. Wow, this is so good. And we've kind of undone our mulligan to 5 as well. From all these cards that have cycled. What did they hit? Sprite and a Thopter. Okay, well those don't really matter. So they get to make a big Mask of the Jade Crafter token though. Oh. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they must have a trick in their hand. Sure. So probably not Giant Growth, because that doesn't do much versus the 4/4s. It could be Whirling Strike. It could be Gaia's. Let's unearth our Mutt here, discard the Mine Worker, see if we can find something better. That's pretty good. We can cast it too off of the drum, which I think we're gonna do.
Test your metal against my metal. Let's see who wins.
And I'm actually going to play it a little bit conservatively here and just attack with one Thopter and the Mutt that's getting exiled from Unearth anyways, because I'm pretty sure they do have a trick. Yeah, easy. Easy, easy money. Perfect. Still a little bit greedy of them not to just make a fat mask creature next turn. If they want to kill the Thopter and kill Saheeli, that's good. Saheeli would have gotten more than enough value for me. Absolutely. So maybe attack Saheeli and make a 4/4 off mask. Oh, make a 5/5. Alright, that was a good turn for them. But Saheeli effectively got us all that value back. Like, this game is very stable. Man, we just need a little bit more oomph. We're so close. Dang it, this is where they stabilize. They can unearth the mask and make another 5/5. We were so close. Oh, we need to draw Warfare. And they still have the desk for digging as well. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Battle of the top decks, but they have a desk to dig 2 cards deeper. And a Mishra. I wonder if I had just... What if I just Saheeli and uptick draw a card? Does that do anything? Maybe not. Alright, we don't care about that. Random 3/3 is okay. This board is still very stable. And I guess if we deal with the reconstructed Thopter... Oh no, they have the Rock Hunter to block our Wing Commando too. Yeah, we're falling behind now. Ah, there it is. Gain 6. That'll probably do her. And this isn't helping, obviously. Man, that's 10 lands again? Brutal. Mulligan to 5. We're so close. We have great pressure, great draws. But sometimes, when your opponent just has more spells than you, that's gonna be that, huh? Come on. They can almost... Well, they can just two-shot me. I don't think we have any outs anymore. I mean, what can you do? Mulligan to 5 and then Uber flood out. Ah, that feels bad. At least we made a game of it, but come on. Come on with that garbage. Alright, no more mulligans, no more flooding out. That can't be that hard, right? Okay, that's a good hand. Good enough. Maybe good's a little bit much. It's a good draw, how about that? So I don't really want to be running out too many of these non-creature spells though before I get the Hercule online, but it looks like... Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna need to play the drum since I don't have an island. Well, actually, that's not true. Yes, we can wait. So, next turn, I can go Springleaf Drum, then tap the Combat Courier, and play the Hercule, and then immediately dig for another artifact. Very, very nice. Woo! Look, oh, there goes Saheeli, but Precursor's pretty good. We even have Machine over Matter to protect ourselves for a little bit. Scrapwork Cohort, you got it. Do we want to discard here? Definitely want to bitter here, I think. Gosh, I almost want to discard a Wing Commando. I think that might be right. Good. Now we can just attack with the Hercule. And if they double block, we get to supply drop. I could still supply drop here just to try to hit another land, or another artifact for card draw. I actually kind of dig doing that. So now we get to look for an enchantment and for an artifact off of Hercule. Just hit an artifact though. But this artifact will trigger Hercule again the following turn. Ah, I see. I see. None of these are golems, right? I feel like the opponent might have a Lauren's Escape in their hand, which is really bad for us. So how can I get them to use it is the question. That's a lot of flying damage. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Let's Energy Refractor first. I don't know why it tapped an island there. Oh well. I guess I'm gonna go for Subjugation on their cohorts instead of their flyer. Okay, so now we're gonna trigger our Hercule, found a Mine Worker. Just gonna die to the flyer, maybe? No reason to push yet. Let's go ahead and animate the refractor now. And I'm gonna attack with... Oh my gosh. That was a hot draw. I'm not going to attack with Precursor Golem in case they have the deal 3 damage. Oh, I guess that doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm talking about. I should have attacked with the Precursor Golem as well. Whoops. So that made no sense. Because it doesn't. It's just if they target any of the golems. Okay. Well, that was bad. Good news is I can now machine over matter my Precursor Golem. Machine over matter my Precursor Golem, play it out in haste, and that's a ton of damage with Mechanized Warfare. So if they get a little bit too aggressive here, we might be able to kill them next turn, yeah. Well, that's what they had, military discipline. Okay. Well, they are very dead here. All right. We'll take it. I was scared of Lauren's escape, but they had just military discipline that entire time, so... That works out. Ugh, bounce the golem, rebuy the golem, hasty golems that all deal 4 because of the warfare. Seems good. Now we're playing against Florida. Ooh. I have Bitter Reunion. I keep this hand. Needs a little bit of help, though, of course. I think we're going to discard Machine over Matter here. Okay, well, at least we found a third land. Not great. It's fine. That's a lot of creatures for turn 2. You gonna bushwhack me? Oh, Haywire Might. That's okay as well, I think. Nice, we found the land. Okay. Let's go Refractor. The Might is a little bit annoying. I probably need to run out the Courier as just another 1-drop blocker, because if they kill the infantry, I need something to do here. It's fine. Yep, I don't mind taking 4. Mutts. I think I'm going to discard the Mightstone's animation because of the Might. Now we're just looking for another land. Good news is they haven't ramped into anything fat yet, but I'll hold my breath because they have 7 mana this turn for an artifact. sure, maybe just alloy and attack for 4. Okay. Nope, just 2. There's our golem mana. So I guess what I'm going to need to do is subjugation the sprite, and then they use might on it. And then I can run out my other stuff. I can start getting aggressive here too. Kind of. I guess they can animate the Power Stone. Oh, well, that'll deal with that. 1 for 1 at the end of the day, but puts us in a pretty bad spot. Oh, that's so close. I needed that a turn earlier for their... sprite. I'm okay with trading with their token. That's fine. Yep. Okay. That's alright. I guess they're just going to go for double pump on sprite. Which we don't actually have good recourse for. Five, 6. Yeah, we're just gonna get soloed by sprite here. So they can even use the might at end of turn. I guess we gotta have them do it sooner or later anyways. So Hurkle can block next turn. I will tell you, Sprite is probably the 2-drop I've lost to the most this format because I draft such heavy artifact decks. Pretty funny. I mean, we obviously die to removal here on the infantry too. What else do I have in... Well, assuming they don't just kill me. Looks like they might have the punch. I discarded my mind over the matter. The Saheeli doesn't work. Yeah, we just have a bunch of chumps. Ooh, God. Seriously soloed by Sprite. Getting back the might, sure. Bricked. Man, no Sprite, this game's easy. Soloed by Sprite, why? Looks like they're gonna... Well, if they're planning on miting the mechanized warfare, that's a little bit aggressive, since if I find another animation, they get punished. don't really care if they do that, though. Oh, looks like they don't care either. Or maybe they didn't realize. That might have been a mistake. That had to have been a mistake. But it doesn't matter. She doesn't do anything! Soloed by a 2-drop! Why? Alright, what are we? 3 and 2? Okay, let's win out from here. GG. Alright, 3 and 2. On to game number 6. My opponent goes first. This looks like a fine hand to keep on the draw. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop potentially. Well, 2-drop, 3-drop, 3-drop, maybe 4-drop. 1-1 first strike. My mine worker does not like that. Oh. This is unfortunate. So we'll just have to trade the mine worker off for the Feldon. The Cindermaw turns off the mine worker anyways. Alright, so they get to look at 2 cards. Chaplain and a land. Okay. I mean, 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop on the play. It's pretty strong. It's gonna be unfortunate if they have a removal spell to also follow that up with. I'll go for a trade here if given the opportunity. Alright, that's probably a good sign. They didn't attack with the 1-1. Getting the trade-off is presumably favorable for us. Oh, recommission? Sure. They can make a 3/3 flyer, or they can make a 2/2 and grab another planes. Oh, their draw's been really good. Would love to find a mountain here. That is technically a mountain, I guess. I'm gonna take 5 this turn. Sheesh. Wow, didn't even draw another land. Alright, I might be dead. Yeah. So I need to find my weak stone and hope they don't have anything. Takes 8 here. Not much you can do about this kind of draw. Sheesh. Well, besides die. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there's a small chance. Can play out the Cindermaw. You can weak stone their survivor. Still take 2 in the air. I mean, we are obviously on the back foot. And there are still plenty of ways for them to get back there, Draconic. If they kill their own survivor, if they have like a disenchant, that type of thing. That's not great. Alright, well. I guess the game plan is hope they don't have removal then. One card in hand. Am I dead? No, not quite. Alright, I'm at 4. Gave me a nice.
Nature provided the blueprints. I just made them shiny. What? Like making masterpieces.
So I
is
will play out
hard?
the land here. Being at 4 life though is so bad. Like, it's hard to start attacking, but I kind of need to, otherwise I just give them time. You know? But as it does stand, it looks like we're stable. Late. Okay, well, at least that gives me some life back. Oh no, I have the Cinder Maw! No! That was actually perfect for them. Alright, I go to... If you have 2 damage, I die. My Cinder Maw is actively hurting me here. Because I need to go for the animation here. On my flyer. Oh, I should have scrapped... Well, no, if I draw an artifact, I want to be able to tap that first. Yeah, perfect. I like how my Cinder Maw actually made their lay down the arms just much better.
Of course I can improve on ancient designs.
Alright, any removal kills me. That's really, really bad. Holy crap, they get to dig 4 cards deep. Yeah, I don't... we're probably dead here. Another flyer. That's... So I'm gonna have to minus my Saheeli now for 2 more tokens. I also need to start attacking, but while I'm at 2 life, their 1/1s are also super problematic. Oh, looks like they might go desk again first. Sure, so they have a land in their hand already would be my thought here. Otherwise, just playing out the 2/2 makes much more sense. Or the flyer, that is to say. Soul Partition my token. Well, good beats. Man, that sucks. What a crappy way to lose it. Ah, I hate losing games like this, but what can you do? They had a fantastic draw, so like on the play they go 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop removal, and there's not much you can do about it. The Cinder Maw denying me 3 life was super funny there as well. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Ah, so brutal. I think this deck was much better than a 3-3, although that's the way it goes sometimes. Good stuff. Yeah, we will continue to keep drafting Bro. Hopefully you're still enjoying, even if a lot of it is red-based. I mean, I think our deck was pretty good though, man. Precursor, Saheeli, Hercule, Warfare. Had a lot of rares. Didn't pan out there. Anyways, GG's. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will see you back tomorrow for some more GG's.